Now at 15 minutes after 8 o'clock all morning, we are talking Real Estate 101. When it comes time to sell your home, you want to make sure that you get top dollar, certainly. Experts say there's something that you can do that could decrease the amount of time that your home sits on the market and increase the price that you get by up to 5%. News4JAX anchor Stacey Spanis is joining us now live to tell us what that is. Stacey, good morning again.
Good morning to you, Jen. You've probably heard of it. It's called home staging. That means you hire a company to bring in furniture, wall hangings, and even knickknacks to make your home look like a model home. There is a cost involved with it. However, those who use it say it's worth every penny.
When Jacksonville resident Steve Cobb was getting ready to put his mother's 1964 Arlington home on the market last year, it was vacant, no furniture inside. It was recommended to him to stage the home. Like this house, the empty living room would be brought to life with furniture. The dining room would be filled with a table, chairs, dishes. Even the kitchen would be given a slight makeover. To Cobb, it was a no-brainer.
The house looked better after we had staged it than it looked with my mom's furniture in there. Really a nice modern look.
The home had great bones, but needed a little updating. But when the staging was complete, the house had a more contemporary look, one that appealed to a wider demographic. The living room looked cozy and attractive. The dining room, despite having green wallpaper on one wall, looked more modern. And the stagers turned an extra bedroom into a home office, something a lot of buyers are looking for these days. Right away, Cobb received several offers.
We had, within 24 hours when we listed it, we had 8 offers. And I think part of that, a good part of that, is due to the overall strength of the market. I mean, it's absolutely a seller's market then, as it is still probably today. But staging allowed the vision of how the home could be utilized.
The point of home staging is just to, you want it to look like a model home.
Leah Hudson works with a staging company and says home selling is all about appealing to people's emotions.
You want to pull on the heartstrings. Selling houses is actually a lot more emotional than people think. And, when you're walking through, if it looks nice and there's no personal stuff sitting around, it's just a little bit easier to envision yourself there, and people get more excited about it, and helps, we like to say that it helps it to sell for more and sell faster. So that's really the goal.
Last year, the National Association of Realtors conducted a survey and found that 82% of buyers' agents said staging a home made it easier for a buyer to visualize themselves living there. 31% said home staging greatly decreased the amount of time a home stayed on the market, and 23% said home staging raised the dollar value offered, between 1 to 5%, compared to similar homes on the market that had not been staged. Cobb says it seemed to work for his mother's home. In the end, it sold for over asking price.
So for you, you felt it was worth it?
It was absolutely worth it to stage the house.
Now, the seller usually pays for the staging, not the real estate agent. And different companies have different prices. Some charge 1% of the listing price, and others charge a one-time setup fee and then a monthly fee. To give you an example, Leah's company charges about $375 a month. Jen?
So it's always so hard, of course, as you know, Stacey, because you're already probably, if you've owned your home for a while, you're paying more to kind of fix up the inside. But then also thinking about paying to stage it, you start kind of crunching the numbers. I mean, there is a possibility you could pay to stage it and the home won't sell.
Yeah, there is that possibility. That does happen occasionally, but most realtors say that does not happen. And usually if it does, there's something else wrong with the home. So keep that in mind. Now, for those of us who have homes that we live in and we want to list and sell, there are some other things that you can do to just zhuzh it up, for lack of a better word. You can hire a company to come in and do a consultation, and they can supplement your home, or they can also give you recommendations on what to do. And I've got a list of those on the screen right now. One of the recommendations is, of course, to declutter. How many of us have that room where we just pile things in? Okay, maybe I'm the only one guilty of it, but I don't think so. That's the first recommendation Leah has. Also, remove family photos. She says, make sure your room feels open, not closed off. Use LED daylight bulbs to make the room feel bright and clean your front door and entrance, because that's the first impression people have when they walk up to the home. And of course, paint, we know that that's a simple and inexpensive solution to make your home look fresh. Jen?
Particularly that front door. You want it to look welcoming and clean. Stacey Spanish joining us live. Thanks, Stace.